Let's talk about the latest update regarding the no interview waiver for B1, B2 renewals or U.S. tourist visa renewals. There is an important announcement from the U.S. Department of State regarding the no interview waiver or no interview for certain non-immigrant visas. Certain classifications of non-immigrant visas are in the national interest. So what are these classification of non-immigrant visas that are entitled to no interview? Please take note that changes based on that determination are implemented by consular officers. So please take note that consular officers at U.S. embassies abroad have the authority and discretion. So that means that they have the discretionary authority to waive the in-person interview. And these are the classifications of non-immigrant visas. If you are a first-time applicant of H-2 visas, agricultural or non-agricultural, you can avail of the no interview waiver. And also other classifications of non-immigrant visas who were previously issued a non-immigrant visa in any classification unless the only prior issued visa was a B visa and are applying within 48 months of their most recent non-immigrant visa's expiration date. So there are actually criteria when applying for this no interview waiver. So that means your non-immigrant visa must be in the same classification. So if you are renewing for a non-immigrant visa, it must be the same type of visa unless the prior visa is considered as a B visa. So what is a B visa? There are two classifications, B1 or B2 visas. The other criteria is that you are applying within 48 months of their most recent non-immigrant visa's expiration. Is the summary. If you are a first-time applicant of an H-2 visa, whether agricultural or non-agricultural, you can avail of the no interview waiver. Now, other than H-2 visa, if you are renewing your non-immigrant visa in the same classification, and unless it is a B2 visa, so meaning to say, for B2 visas, if you are renewing your non-immigrant B1 or B2 visa, you are not automatically entitled for a no interview waiver. So that means if you are a holder of a B1 or B2 visa, you are not automatically entitled for a no interview waiver. So that means you will have to schedule an interview. So if you are renewing your non-immigrant visa other than the B1 or B2 visa, meaning to say other classifications of visas such as J or M visa or other non-immigrant visas, you must comply with the legal requirements. So these are the changes that are being implemented starting January 1st of 2024. So you must comply with these legal requirements. The Department of State announced that this implementation is effective January 1 of 2024 until further notice. The Department of State has announced that applicants renewing a non-immigrant visa in the same classification within 48 months of the prior visa's expiration date continue to be eligible for the interview waiver until further notice. However, there are legal requirements. Here are the criteria. First, you must apply in your country of nationality or residence. The second criteria is that you have never been refused a visa unless such refusal has been overcome or waived. And the third criteria or eligibility is that you have no apparent potential ineligibility, meaning to say you are qualified and you don't have the disqualifications for this visa. For all of you who are renewing your U.S. tourist visa, whether B1 or B2 visa, you are not automatically entitled for a no interview. So that means you must schedule your interview. Now, when do you need to renew your non-immigrant visa if you are eligible under this recent announcement from the Department of State? Within 48 months of their most recent non-immigrant visa's expiration date. Now, let's talk about the visa appointment wait time. So I'm referring to the non-immigrant visas when interviews may be available to you. The visa appointment wait times can be found at travel.state.gov, and you must select a U.S. embassy or consulate. For example, you type in Manila, it will show you the different visa types or non-immigrant visa types and the appointment wait time. Most of the time, the interview required will show you a longer wait time. For example, FMJ, 32 calendar days, HLOPQ, interview required petition-based temporary workers, 29 calendar days, and CD or C1D, 25 calendar days. For B1 or B2, interview required visitor's visa, the wait time is 45 calendar days. Other than that, the other interview waiver visas will only require a 1 calendar day if there is no interview. Even though there was an announcement from the Department of State regarding the requirements for no interview waiver for certain non-immigrant visas, you can still renew your B1, B2 tourist visa as long as you comply with all the eligibility requirements and renew your visa within a certain period or within 48 months. All you have to do is to check the eligibility requirements and make sure that you have all the qualifications, and then you must also schedule a regular appointment. So that is the requirement. You must schedule a regular appointment just to make sure that in case that you were found to be ineligible, you can still proceed with the renewal of your visa. So make sure that you check all the requirements and then follow all of the instructions when renewing your visa, and if you wanted to avail of that no interview waiver. So that means you can still get a visa without interview. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for supporting my channel. And if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for watching. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.